What's up everyone and welcome back to Pokémon Platinum. Last episode we took on the first Elite Four member here in the Sinnoh region, and that was Aaron, the bug type trainer. And today we're continuing on to the second Elite Four member, who we will meet in just a second, and that is Bertha. You can tell from her little pride rock going on there, she is user of ground type Pokemon. So I'm actually having, I think, Gallade up first because our first Pokemon is going to be a Whiscash, and that is quite easy to handle with Gallade. So well, you're quite the adorable trainer, but you've also got a spine. I'm Bertha. I have a preference for ground type Pokemon. Well, would you show this old lady how much you've learned? Alright, let's battle Bertha. I realize now that my accent kind of changed halfway through her dialogue, but don't really care that much. So anyway, like I said, our first Pokemon is a Whiscash, or it's Whiscash. I don't know why they made the name so confusing spelling or something. They should have just made it like Whiscash, but it's a Whiscash, and it likes to whiz on people. I guess I shouldn't have mentioned that. Anyway, it goes down pretty easily to a Leaf Blade. That's why I have Gallade up first. And actually, a lot of her Pokemon are kind of super weak to grass and grass and water type, because Whiscash here is ground and water. Yeah, ground and water. So it's 4 times weak to Leaf Blade or grass moves. And then half of her Pokemon are like ground and rock, so they're super weak to water and grass. Anyway, her second Pokemon, at least for me now, is going to be Gliscor, which is a ground and flying type, and that basically gets taken down by ice moves. So here we got Vanilla, Ice Punch Baby, and goes down with one hit as well. So really not too difficult of a challenge against Bertha, at least for my team. We did, however, have quite a challenge against the other guys, so I guess this is kind of just for Bertha, like a one-time Bertha kind of thing. Anyway, let's go back into Wuju, because our next Pokemon is actually going to be Golem. Now, Golem is super heavy, so if you have something with like Grass Knot, you can take it out pretty easily. As well as her next Pokemon, which is, I won't spoil it just yet, but we'll see it in just a few minutes here. Anyway, I don't think that Leaf Blade can actually kill it in one hit, can it? Oh, apparently it can. Awesome. So far, quite the sweep going on here, if I do say so myself, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to be complaining about it. Anyway, her next Pokemon she is going to use is going to be Hippowdon. I was actually thinking she was going to use her other Pokemon first, but she is going for Hippowdon, and this is a female one, so you can see that it is actually recolored black rather than brown, which is kind of cool. I always thought that was kind of cool that they had that in Hippowdon. However, the black color kind of makes it look like it's a dark type Pokemon. At least that's what I've thought. I think the red eyes kind of contribute to that as well, but it is the same type, which makes sense because it's just a Hippowdon. And you may notice in the sidebar, I actually had to recolor the artwork there because it would have looked awkward if I just kept the normal one in, but not really that challenging. Just thought I'd mention that I apparently did some kind of work, because I never do any work. But anyway, let's go for another Leaf Blade, and it should take it down because the first turn did a little bit over half damage. So there goes Hippowdon. Probably should have brought out my own Hippowdon just so they would have like met and maybe had love at first sight or something weird like that happen. Anyway, her last Pokemon is going to be Rhyperior, and I'm actually going to bring out quite a weird choice here. I don't know why I'm doing this, but let's go for Pacific, who does have Grass Knot, and I should probably go for like Surf or something, but because I'm a weirdo, I'm going to go for Grass Knot, and we'll see how much damage it does, because Rhyperior is Rock and Ground type, which means this is 4 times super effective, and it's also a super heavy Pokemon, so let's see how much damage. Look at that! It's a one-hit kill because this thing is super heavy. And that's how you sweep Bertha, pretty much. Summed up, there you go. Well, dear child, I must say, that was most impressive. Your Pokemon believed in you and you did your best to earn your win. Even though I've lost, I find myself with this silly grin. You're a cute little old woman, aren't you? I would squeeze them butt cheeks. You're quite something, youngster. I like how you and your Pokemon earn the win by working as one. That's what makes you so strong. I think that you can go as far as you want. Alright, so that was a little bit weird, but that was Bertha. Very short episode, but next time we'll take on the Fire-type Elite Four, Flint. See you guys then.